most people, fall means football, but there are more sports to watch and enjoy than just the clash on the gridiron. Tonight, we step into the gym and let the girls have their turn. That's right. It's time for volleyball action on AM 800 KBRV The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com. Whether you're a fan of Grace and the Lady Grizz, the Purple Cowgirls of North Gym, or the high-flying Cardinals of Soda Springs, this is your home for all of the local action between the net cords. Every dig, every set, and every kill can be heard and seen right here. High school sports are brought to you on 800 KBRV by
Sanders Furniture, Reed's Plumbing and Heating, Silver Star Communications, Monsanto, and Old West Media.
Now, let's head to the court with the voice of Caribou County Sports, Caleb Burgraff.
And welcome out once again to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals as they get set for another trip into the world of volleyball, that is, as we hope to bring you a fun matchup between these two sides. The Cardinals looking to try and make their way to a 500 record on the season. They're 3-4 as their record stands at this point in time, but they have had a lot of good plays and a lot of good matches in those 3 and 4 sets, and they've started to really come into their own. They're really trying to get the good start in conference play, though. That's what tonight is all about. The West Side Lady Pirates making their way into the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals, as the Pirates are 1-0 in District 5 play and in conference play. The Cardinals are looking to try and upset them after the Pirates really struggled a little bit with Aberdeen to open up the season. I was talking with their head coach, Jerry O'Brien, earlier before these matches, and she said that, you know, I'm not disappointed with how my team came out and performed, but on the same side, I was hoping for a little bit better of a performance, and she wants a little bit more consistency behind what her squad can bring to the table. We're going to talk with her more before this game starts. We're also going to talk with Kirsten Rasmussen from the JV team here at Soda Springs, which, despite a loss just now, as you guys who were tuning into mylocalradio.com and watching the video stream there, that despite a loss that they just suffered to the West Side Pirates JV squad, this is a team that only has 2 on the year. They're 4-2 now as the season continues to roll on for the JV squad, and it's a very important set of matches coming up for them too, as their district hopes and their perception of how they can do are also being built up as things continue to move on. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about these West Side Pirates and about what we've seen from them, as we were able to watch them earlier this year when they took on the Grace Grizzlies and North Gem Cowgirls in a matchup, in a tri-match that started out the season for all of those squads. That's coming up here on the pregame show, as well as plenty of other stuff to get to on KBRV 800 The Bear, your home for Soda Springs Volleyball with live video streaming online at mylocalradio.com.
They need your help. They're overstocked with Lazy Boy and Catnapper recliners, sofas, and love seats. They'll wheel and deal right now at Sanders Furniture, Flooring, and Appliance. If you will help them make room in their showroom, they'll help you keep money in your bank account while you're enjoying high-quality, comfortable Lazy Boy and Catnapper recliners, sofas, and love seats. They need your help, and you need to save money. Wheel and deal right now at Sanders Furniture, Flooring, and Appliances on Main Street in Soda Springs.
Today, my new dad and I shot off a rocket in the park.
Today, my new son and I failed to shoot off a rocket.
The rocket launched into the air
and then crashed into the pond.
I'll never forget that day.
I'll never forget that day, even if I tried.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are. For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Here's a look at your Lalaton's food specials for the week of September 24th through the 30th. It all starts off with 10-pound bags of russet potatoes, 99 cents each. Add a sirloin tip roast for $3.99 a pound, or a pork Boston roast for $1.49 a pound. Navel oranges are 99 cents a pound to grab at your pleasure, or get select varieties of General Mills box cereal, $1.99 each. That's a look at your Lalaton's food specials for the week of September 24th through the 30th.
If you own a gun, you have a full-time responsibility. When you aren't using it, be sure it can't get into the hands of curious children, troubled teenagers, a thief, or anyone else who might misuse it. Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. Remember, always, lock it up. For more information on firearm storage safety, visit ncpc.org. This message brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back out once again to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com as the Cardinals getting set to take on the West Side Lady Pirates in their second conference match of the year. For the Cardinals, they're trying to really get into the groove of things in conference play, and this is a team that's a little bit better suited for the Cardinals in this evening's matchup as the first time they went against the defending state champion Malad Lady Dragons, and it wasn't pretty for the Cardinals in that last district matchup as they were swept away by the Lady Dragons in 3 sets, 25-9, 25-17, 25-12. This West Side Pirates team, though, they're coming into this with a win of their own under their belt, but a lot of inconsistent play, and that's something that we talked about on the pregame show with head coach Jerry O'Brien, as she knows what it takes to get state championship teams built. She has built state championship teams before in the past, and she's hoping to do so again with the West Side Lady Pirates. Let's listen to what she has to say on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
Kayla Bergraff joined here on the pregame show with Coach Jerry O'Brien of the West Side Pirates. And Coach, this season it's about halfway through now, and you're getting into conference and district play. What can you say about how your team's been performing this year?
My team's been performing really well. We've had a couple injuries to some key players, so we've had to fill and move some people around, but my girls have really come through for me and are willing to just play whatever position I need them to and just work hard to make our team successful.
One of the things that's about your team is it is a very veteran team. Does that help when you have to shuffle girls around, that they're used to the system and they at least know kind of what they're getting moved to?
It helps a lot, and I think for a comfort level for them it helps a lot to just know already what we're running, that we're not running a totally new offense or defense, and they've done a really good job at filling in.
Now, everybody, when you think about West Side, it's always going to be a consistent program up there, but your team so far has been a little bit beat up this year. Do you think that affects the way other teams come in and look at you on the season?
I think it has to when they see us at different times during the year, and maybe they've seen us at a time when we're either have a new lineup or are struggling with filling in some of those positions. We probably don't look as strong as I would like for us to, but that's okay because it just all comes down to district tournament time.
That's what everything's going to. And as far as seeding goes, you guys are 1-0 at this point in time with a win against Aberdeen to open it up. How big is it to get a win to open up conference play?
It's always a great thing to get a win, open up conference play. It's great for my girls' confidence, and it just feels good. It just lets them kind of sit back and relax and then get a handle, too, on what we need to work on and what we need to do better.
Kayla Bergraff here with Jerry O'Brien, the head coach of the West Side Pirates. And Coach, Soda Springs, they're coming off of a loss to open conference play. They took on Malad and the Lady Dragons in their opening matchup. Is there any worry that they're going to be coming back fired up and a little bit more excited to open up their home court and try and prove that loss to Malad was not necessarily a true indicator of how good they are?
I think you always have to worry about that, but I think any good team, and Soda's had a consistent program for a lot of years, you just always expect going in that they're going to come in fired up and play good ball. So we just plan on that when we come to Soda.
Coach Shawnee Thompson's back to coaching for Soda Springs and the Cardinals this year. Was she coaching when you were you guys ever coaching at the same time, and do you know what to expect from her teams?
I'd have to think. I think I've coached against her previously, but I don't recall as far as what kind of offense she runs or anything like that. So we'll have to see how it goes.
Looking at your team, you said consistency is one of those things that your team has been really battling with up and down. What are some of the things that you want to see from your team in order to fix those consistency issues?
A lot of it is consistent passing and defense. I'd like us to be a lot more consistent with that. It just helps. If we're passing well, then our offense runs well, and everything just seems to come together. If we struggle passing, then things aren't always as together as I'd like for them to be.
Final thing for you, Coach. This is a little bit of a rivalry matchup between these two schools. The only one maybe for Soda that's a bit bigger is Bear Lake over to the east of here. When you have a rivalry matchup like this, how much more does the intensity ramp up?
I think the intensity, it ramps up quite a bit, and I think it's fun. I love that. And hopefully it brings out the best in my girls, and it brings out the best in Soda girls, and they all play their best ball.
Coach O'Brien, thank you so much again for taking the time to talk, and good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
That is Coach Jerry O'Brien of the Westside Lady Pirates, a team that is hoping to be able to make their way to the state championships once again this year. 2 teams come out of District 5, and right now the battle truly is for that second spot, as there is a big struggle going on there for 4 teams fighting for that. Malad, I think anybody you talk to them is going to give Malad that number 1 spot out of the district tournament. You never know what can happen, though, so it's always a game being played forward there. Westside this year comes in with 5 seniors, though. They did lose one of those seniors, and a big loss at that. Darcy Povey out in one of the first matches of the year for them when they were taking on Grace. She has a torn ACL, a torn MCL, and a bone chip in her knee. So she is out for the season. She had surgery on that, but she has been coming to games and has been coming out to support the Westside Lady Pirates this season. A lot of this means that the pressure is going to be onto her sister, Abby Povey, as well as their other outside hitter, Lindsay Pulsifer, who against Grace and the Grizzlies had a very strong game, had a very consistent game, and really knows how to play her position well. She's a junior for this Westside team, and she can really come strong and be a big piece for them moving forward. Another one to really look at is Mari Wade. She's the freshman setter for Westside and the Pirates, but she's dealing with some back injuries, so the question is going to be how healthy is she going to be coming into this. So we'll have to keep an eye on her, keep an eye on what she can do, and keep an eye on how exactly she comes out and performs for the Westside Lady Pirates. We have more coming up, including an interview with Kirsten Rasmussen on the other side from the Soda Springs JV team to talk a little bit about what this team is dealing with and how the JV team is coming along on KBRV 800 The Bear, with live video streaming online at mylocalradio.com.
There has never been a better time to convert to natural gas. Even in the summer months, natural gas is worth asking for. Rage Plumbing and Heating in Soda Springs will replace your furnace that caused you problems this winter with a new natural gas furnace, or even install a natural gas water heater to keep your water hot. Plus, Reed's can add a water softener to your home. And if you want to cool things down, Reed's Plumbing and Heating will install an energy-efficient Lennox air conditioner. All at Reed's Plumbing and Heating, 180 South 3rd Street, Soda Springs.
Listen, as a hiring manager, I've got to tell you, the best job candidate isn't always the typical candidate. Sometimes they're a grad of life.
Meet the grads of life. Young adults of unique determination and experience, an ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Sometimes the best candidates aren't the ones you're used to.
Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
Cattlemen have a code of ethics. Live each day with courage. Take pride in your work. Always finish what you start. Do what has to be done. Be tough but fair. When you make a promise, keep it. Ride for the brand. Talk less and say more. Remember that some things aren't for sale, and know where to draw the line. The folks at Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho are proud of the students at Grace High School, investing in the leaders of tomorrow. The Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
This year, firefighters will battle thousands of wildfires around the country in hopes of containing them. But a single ember that escapes can travel more than 1 mile, where it can ignite and destroy your home or community. You can't control where the ember will land, only what happens when it does. Prepare, protect, prevail. Get fire adapted. Learn simple steps you could take now to reduce wildfire damage later at fireadapted.org. A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council. Learn more at fireadapted.org.
Welcome back out to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals on KBRV 800 The Bear, with live video streaming online at mylocalradio.com. We're about 6.5 minutes away from the start of tonight's match and the national anthem, as well as the starting lineups for these two squads. And it's time to take a look at the Soda Springs Cardinals. And the JV squad is our focus tonight, as they have been off to a very strong start this season. They are 4-2 after our earlier loss to Westside and the Pirates, but that does not mean that they have not been coming out strong and playing good matches. And we were able to sit down and talk with one of their newest members, but a junior on that squad. Kirsten Rasmussen joined us before this match on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
Caleb Berggraf here with Kirsten Rasmussen, who's a member of the JV volleyball team. And while the varsity team is still below 500, the JV volleyball team is 4-1 on the year so far. And Kirsten, what are your thoughts on how the team's been able to perform so far this year?
I feel like we've been doing pretty good. We I've had a little bit of trouble with communication, but we've been very successful, which I feel like is a lot of getting together as a team, like playing as a team.
This is your first year with volleyball. Are you kind of happy that you came in with a new coach so that way you really were able to hit the ground running with her system instead of having to adjust from system to system?
Yeah, I was really happy that I was able to come in with a new coach because I felt like she would be able to work with me more than, say, the other coach would have.
What are some of the things on this year's team, particularly the JV, but also up on the varsity, that you've seen that really impressed you so far and you think are good skills that this team can use to their advantage?
I feel like we have we're really good at being together as a team, and I feel like that's very important to me, and I feel like that's helped all of us really well.
Chemistry is always something that's so big on a team. The JV and the varsity travel together on most trips. Is that something that you think also helps out with this team? The fact that no matter which level they're at, there's still that bonding level and they're always at each other's games?
Yeah, I feel like that's really big, and Thompson she says that we have to ride the bus to and from games, and so I feel like that helps us bond as a team really well.
You guys have had some chances to watch the seniors get out there and play some volleyball. What's something you've learned from watching the varsity play that you want to integrate into your game?
I like how the varsity plays like a lot faster paced game, and I would like to play like at a lot faster paced game because that's just kind of like how I like to play.
Kayla Berggraf here with Kirsten Rasmussen. And Kirsten, looking at this back half of the season, you're getting into conference play now, and that's when the matches really matter. More for the varsity, but there's still bragging rights to move forward for the JV team. What's the difference for you when you go from a conference game to an out-of-conference game? Is there a big difference in that?
Yeah, I feel like there's more competition in a conference game because it's kind of like playing with people like that you're going to be in like districts with and stuff. So
this week you guys take on Westside, and then you have to take on Bear Lake, two of the more rivalry-centered matches that you guys are going to have this year, and they're both at home. Are you happy that you get, after the Malad matches, to get back home and take on some conference stuff here?
Yeah, I'm very happy because I like personally playing on our home court a lot more. I feel like we have more of an advantage on our home court, so I think that'll help us a lot.
A couple more questions for you. The first one is, when you look at the two teams you're playing this week in Westside and Bear Lake, you guys haven't had a chance to watch them so far this year. What's different when you have to go against a team for the first time?
I feel like you don't really know what to expect. You don't know like their advantages and disadvantages, so you don't know like how to like try to like pin out their disadvantages right away.
You guys are coming off of a short week, or a long week I should say as well. 3 matches in 1 week. That's always tough to do when you're in a team. Are you excited for a little bit of a breather too, in order for a chance to get some work on the court in practice before you actually have to go into the matches again?
Yeah, I'm very excited because last week it was like, well, we'll work on it in practice, but you couldn't work on it until like the next week because you had all of your games that week.
Final thing for you, and that's just looking forward to the rest of the season. What do you want to do this year in order to make this season a success for you?
I just want to learn a lot more of like how volleyball works personally, and like learn more of the game so I can help my team out as much as I can and hopefully get more successful.
Kirsten, thank you so much again for the time, and good luck the rest of this year on the JV team.
Well, thank you.
That was Kirsten Rasmussen from the Soda Springs JV volleyball team, a junior on that team who's expected to get varsity time either later this year or moving ahead into next year as one of the seniors that will be brought up this year for the Soda Springs Cardinals. And a lot of excitement again around that JV team, but let's focus back on the varsity now as they're getting set for Westside. The two teams out continuing and finishing and wrap up their warm-ups. For Soda Springs, it is finally a chance for them to take a breather this week, as they had 4 matches last week. Really were not able to practice much with homecoming festivities, and then being on the road once and then at home twice with matches all the way up until Friday. So Monday and Tuesday this week they were in practice. Monday's practice, not necessarily what the coaches were looking for, but Tuesday, Coach Thompson said they had a very good practice, and leading into this night's game, that's what you need. You want your latest game and your latest practice to be one of your best, and they're also coming off of a win here at home. They took on North Gem and the Cowgirls, and it was not a pretty match for North Gem, but the Soda Springs Cardinals were the ones who really forced that to happen. They had some good matches, particularly from Katie Sims, the freshman outside hitter, who had 10 kills in the match and only 3 hitting errors in the match as well. So she finally started to perform up to what we've expected from her all season long. They also tried out Jessie Belknap at setting. She had 6 assists in that match. So we'll see if that's another thing that the Cardinals bust out here to try and throw off Westside a little bit, using their sophomore middle as a setter for this match whenever Callie Grani goes into the back row. So a lot of different things to look for here. The other thing is on the serving for Soda Springs. They had a very, very strong match against the North Gem Cowgirls, and a good strong match against the Malad Dragons as well. They had Katie Franson with 3 aces in that match against the Malad Dragons, and then they ended up with 26 aces against North Gem and the Cowgirls. So that's going to be another big thing to look at here in this evening's contest. We'll take another break, come back with more on KBRV 800 The Bear with live video streaming online at mylocalradio.com.
There's an organization in southeast Idaho whose wildlife conservation efforts have been commended by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Idaho Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and the North American Moose Foundation. Who is this organization? It's Monsanto. While Monsanto is honored by the recognition they receive, their ongoing dedication to the environment is its own reward for all of us. Monsanto. Imagine.
So, I'm a dog, and I'm kind of new to this family, but I've noticed a trend. My humans do this thing where they go around and get all my toys and hide them in this basket, but it's always the same basket, and it's always the same place, and then they act so surprised when I find them, but I'm like, hello, that's where you put it last time. Humans are the worst at hide and go seek.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
It's so pretty here.
Katie's away at college,
There's the library.
but she can still be close to her mom back home. Travis is working on a big report. High-speed internet puts a world of information at his fingertips. Silver Star Communications provides connections that help students learn and keep families close, even when they're miles apart. Get your family in touch and informed with high-speed internet from Silver Star Communications. Call today or visit silverstar.com.
Welcome back out to the home of the Soda Springs Lady Cardinals as it is time for the national anthem here at Soda Springs High School. And with that, we will pause as they play their rendition here at the home of the Cardinals. There it is, the national anthem here at the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals as we are set for the start of tonight's matchup and for starting lineups here at the home of the Cardinal Crazies. And a very, very full match here, a full house here between these two squads as on the far side, plenty of parents and fans sitting there. The student section is about a third of the way full, and West Side has brought along several fans as well on their side. And we'll start off with our starting lineups, which are brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring place on earth. We start off with West Side, as I said, and they're going to be led off by number 5, Addie Cook, a senior. Number 6 is junior Lindsay Pulsifer. Number 7 is senior Abby Povey, their big middle. Number 13 is Taya Nash. She's a senior for them as well. Savannah Smart is a senior wearing the number 21. And wrapping it all up is that freshman setter, Mari Wade, who again is dealing with some back issues and is going to be a little bit of question on how well she can come out and perform in this evening's matchups. Look for Savannah Smart to switch with Sage Frederickson a lot during this evening's matchup. And also look for the libero, number 3, Grace Montez, out there several times as well in this matchup. For Soda Springs, their starters look like this. Number 2 is Callie Groning. Number 4 is Katie Franson. Number 5 is Kaylin Lewis. Number 13, Katie Sims. Number 15 is Haley Ledbetter. And number 16 is Lexi Patterson. No starting libero for the Soda Springs Cardinals, as they have abandoned that after the first 3 matches of the year did not show much success in that libero position. So Coach Thompson has decided to move forward from that and to go with a bit of a different approach and a different attitude on what her team is able to bring to the table in this evening's contest. 2 teams out there. The Cardinals will be wearing their home black uniforms with that white stripe across the bottom and the white sleeve down the right arm with Cardinals written across the left arm and the upper forearm. And a quick substitution as Kaylee Veely is going to check into the back row for Katie Sims. And also another switch out there that I was not expecting, as Katie Franson is out. Jessie Belknap is on the court as well. We mentioned that she will do some of the setting for this team. That could be very interesting as this match continues. On the other side for Westside and the Lady Pirates, they're going to be wearing their home, or their road whites, I should say, with maroon lettering, Westside written across the back on above the numbers. Black shorts, I should say, not wearing spandex in this afternoon's matchup, or this evening's matchup, with black and gray shoes and black socks, as well as black knee pads across the board. The only one not wearing knee pads is Savannah Smart. As the whistle blows and left to right, the first serve comes across. This first serve from Callie Groning is bumped up in the back row by Smart. Povey sets it near side, and it's going to be Pulsifer knocking it down for the kill. Abby Povey gets the assist in that one, and Lindsay Pulsifer, we talked about how important she is to this squad, gets the first kill. That first serve brought to you by Arctic Circle, where the good stuff is in Soda Springs. Cardinals down 1-0 as Westside will serve. Right to left they go, dug out in the back row by Sims, up to Groning. She sets it far side. Belknap comes up off the block. Ball popped up into the air, jousted for at the net, and clipping the net cords, but getting away with it on the hit, I believe, is going to be the setter, Mari Wade. So she gets her first kill of the match, and it's 2-0 on a joust at the net. Cardinals down here and back to serve, and again coming across with this one are the Pirates. Groning sets this one forward, and it's going to be Sims freeing the ball across short. Dug out, set over to Wade, who's going to set up for Povey. She drops a hammer, but is dug out cleanly back row by Sims, and freed once again back across by the Cardinals. Back set to Wade, over to Povey. She's going to hit this one softer, but there's Ledbetter in the back row. Groning sets it over to Sims. She's going to punch this one down, almost drops, and then does. On the far side, Sims comes up with her first kill of the match and give the assist to Callie Groning for her first of the match as well. The Cardinals on the board 2-1 here in set number 1. Back to serve is Sage McKinley, who checks in for Lexi Patterson. And Sage will send a line drive over and short. Dug out cleanly in the back row by Smart, and then set up into a back row hit coming from Pulsifer, who knocks that one into the net cords for a hitting error. And the Cardinals draw back even here in set number 1. It's all knotted up at 2 apiece. With McKinley still doing the serving, she will step up and line one across. Smart with a clean dig, gets it to Povey, or Pulsifer I should say, and then Wade will free it across to the back row. Ledbetter, clean pass up to Groning. She'll set it to the middle where Sims comes up, blocked at the net. Sims right there though again for the hit, and it's going to be Groning setting up Belknap, who's blocked at the net this time, and the Cardinals will try and scramble, but back-to-back blocks coming from Abby Povey get points onto the board again for Westside and the Pirates. The Cardinals struggling with trying to get it around the big body of Povey at the net. It's 3-2. Back to serve once again, Wade, the setter, or libero, or should say setter, excuse me, will step it over, and it's going to be sent over the net, blocked into the net as Belknap tries to get it through, and over it goes, but they're going to call a lift in the back row, and the kill is going to go to Callie Groning on that one, as a lot of confusion on both sides there, and another block comes this time over to the near side where it was Addie Cook coming up with her first block. 3-3, back to serve Kaylin Lewis. She'll send this one across. Dug out back row, played up to Wade. She's going to set it far side for Povey. Abby Povey coming up with her first kill of the match, a first assist of the match for Mari Wade, and it's 4-3 now. Westside back up by 1, and Abby Povey will move to the back row, so the Cardinals are going to get a little bit of a respite with her moving to the back line. Ball served over and across right to left. It's going to be Belknap setting this one into the middle and up to try and get the kill is Katie Sims, when she sends it too long off the back line for her first hitting error of the match, and it's 3-5. Cardinals down by 2. Set number 1. Another serve comes across by Povey. Abby gets this one dug out back row by Groning. Bumped ahead and set forward where Sims frees one across. Wade sets this to the near side, but she's going to be called for the error. A double hit on that one, so Mari Wade comes up with her first hitting error of the match, and the Cardinals get back within 1, 4-5, and they have the serve as Jessie Belknap checks off to the bench, and into serve is going to be Katie Franson. Brief words being talked over as the officials discussing things on the near side bench. Belknap sitting on the bench checking out, got herself a little bit of playing time out there. Some good clean assists on that one, or attempts at assists I should say, but again they are going to be using that, it looks like, for the rest of the season, with Jessie trying to do her work on the front row, or when she slinks to the back row for that first time, to get her some chances to get some assists, and good work for the sophomore as well. Still that discussion on the near side being talked as the official discussing things with the scorers table, and the West Side Pirates will come over and chat with their coach at the sideline. Still staying on the court, though, are the 6. The same for the Cardinals of Soda Springs, although they stand in the center of the court, not talking with their coaches, just talking things over with themselves, as the Cardinals looking to bring out Callie Groning, Haley Ledbetter, Katie Sims, Sage McKinley, Kaylin Lewis, and Katie Franson to serve. Cardinals back out now as the huddles break up, and the official will come back over. Whistle blows, and it's back too far as Katie Franson can't find her way into the middle of the court. The first service error of the match for either team gives a point to Westside and the Pirates. It's 6-4. Back to serve now for the Pirates is Taya Nash. And Taya will take 2 steps before hitting a high serve over the net. Misplayed by Franson in the back row. Taya gets herself an ace, and that puts the lead up to 3 now for Westside, 7-4. Nash again will serve. She'll hit this one up and short. Good pancake save by the Cardinals, and then bumped over the net by Groning. Up to the net goes Wade. She's going to set this one up at the middle where it's blocked back down. The hit of Sage Fredrickson is going to be knotted down, and the Cardinals will get the point after 4 hits are taken by the West Side Pirates. So it's 7-5. Cardinals still within 2 on this one after a great defensive stand at the net. I missed the lady who got the block, but I think it was Katie Sims. She'll be back to serve now as the freshman sends a line drive back row. It's going to be played forward to the net. It's played into the net and given an ace. Katie Sims comes up with her first ace of the match, and the Cardinals back within 1 at 7-6. Back to serve will be Sims once again, working in the back row for the first time today as she lines one to the back row of the Pirates. Dug forward, Wade is going to set this to the near side where Pulsifer comes up, hits it well long off the far side. Lindsay Pulsifer with back-to-back hitting errors, and that is one of her problems, is she does struggle trying to get those inside the lines when she tries to hit it too hard. All knotted at 7 as Sims' serve comes up short this time, dug forward, and it's Wade who bump sets it to the far side where Cook is going to free one across. Groning is going to dive. A misplayed ball in the back row by Kaylin Lewis is going to come up short for the Cardinals. They give it back over to Westside once again after the kill from Cook. That will send Cook into the back row to serve. She'll line one just over the net cords. Dug out by Lewis, but she couldn't get it cleanly, and Addie Cook comes up with her first ace now. It's 9-7, I should say. Cardinals down by 2 once again. Cook serves the cross. Dug out by Franson. Played to Lewis. She'll bump set it for a back row attempt from Ledbetter on a free ball across. There's Abby Povey. She sets it up to Wade. Near side Pulsifer hits it off the block and out. And she gets the kill. Lindsay Pulsifer coming up strong and hit it just off the top of the fingertips of Groning and Patterson at the net. Gets it to a 10-7 lead. Back up by 3 or Westside. Serve comes across from Cook again. Bump set into the back row where Lewis frees this one across to the Pirates and out of play. Kaylin Lewis, a mistake on the free ball, gets her first hitting error of the match, the second for the Cardinals, and they trail by 4. 11-7 on the scoreboard. Cook serves this over again. Dug out back row by Sims. It's going to be Groning setting it near side for Ledbetter. She'll punch it back row. Dug out there though, and Wade is going to set it near side for Pulsifer, who frees one across. Sims, good bump up and a pass to Groning. Gets it up ahead. Ledbetter again trying to get this one down. Dug up in the air by Pulsifer, and then it's going to be a free ball again over the net. Played back over to the Pirate side and tipped down by Pulsifer. Lindsay Pulsifer gets her third kill, just dropping that one after it was dug too far forward by the Cardinals. And back to serve again will be Cook with a 5-point advantage. Ball dug out by Sims. Lewis bump sets this one, and it's freed across the net by Lexi Patterson, where the Pirates have a chance to run their offense, and hitting this one into the net is Sage Fredrickson, and she came up short on her hit there. The junior mistimed her leap and then hit it down into the net cords, where it's 12-8 now. Cardinals down by 4. Back to serve, Ledbetter again. She'll line one short. Dug out back row. Played up ahead by Cook. Now Pulsifer gets a chance. She'll hit one back row of the Cardinals. Ledbetter, good clean pass up to Groning. Far side, she sets up Lewis, who drops one to the middle of the court. Kaylin Lewis gets her first kill and another assist to Callie Groning. It's 12-9. Cardinals back within 3. Trying to fight their way back into this match as Ledbetter will serve a line drive back row. Dug up, touches the ceiling where Cook bump sets this one, and it's freed over by Fredrickson. Cardinals offensively try to get there, defensively I should say, as Ledbetter sticks out her arms, can't play it cleanly, and on the free ball, Sage Fredrickson gets the kill. And the assist in the back row goes to Addie Cook for her first. 13-9, Cardinals down by 4. Back into the match is Savannah Smart. Savannah will take a step forward, lines one across middle back row. Dug out by Sims. It's off the ceiling. Groning, good adjustment. Tips it over to Lewis, and a miss hit is going to be played on Lewis on the far side as she again mistimed her jump, and that was really been one of the bigger problems for the Cardinals so far this year. 14-9, Cardinals down by 5 to the Pirates of West Side. Back to serve again, Savannah Smart. She'll line one back row. Dug out by France, and it's Sims who bumps this one forward. And a free ball is going to be sent across by Lewis inside the lines. The Pirates waited for it to drop. Cook and Wade watched it drop down, and Kaylin Lewis is going to get the kill. A little bit of luck for Soda Springs and the Cardinals there, but you got to take it where you can get it as Sims picks up the assist, and the Cardinals will serve it across down by 4, 14-10. Groning, serve across, dug out, and it's going to be Wade setting it to the net to Povey, who drops it down. Great dig, though, by Sims. Groning sets it up to Lewis, who sends it into the net, and Kaylin Lewis gets another hitting error to her record, just not coming over underneath the ball enough, and it's 15-10, West Side on top by 5. Back to serve is going to be Lindsay Pulsifer as she moves to the back row, takes a step forward and lines one over. Dug out to the front row, and it's going to be tipped over the net by Groning. Smart awareness to just get it over. Wade sets up Povey at the net again, blocked into the scorer's table, and out of play as Abby Povey gets her second kill of the match. For Mari Wade, that's her second assist as well. A lot of kills so far for Westside and the Pirates, but only 4 assists to this point in time. They have 4 kills that have been unassisted. 16-10 though, they lead. Ball served over. Sims to Ledbetter. She's going to get it back row where Lewis tries to drop one over, and a lift is going to be called. Coming up with the error there is Taya Nash of the Westside Pirates, and it's 16-11. Cardinals back within 5. Into the game checks Sage McKinley. Out goes Lexi Patterson as she'll take a seat on the bench. Lexi really has not been much of a factor so far in this match. You look for that to change when she gets back in. As Sage's serve comes over. Dug out by Smart. Wade sets this into the back row where Povey comes up and frees it across. Played up by Ledbetter. Groning sets it to the far side. There's Lewis. She tries to drop one back row. It's dug forward though where Wade's going to set it up near side. Coming up, tipping it over the net. Almost saving it out of the Cardinals, but it's double hit by Sims as it comes across. Coming up with the kill is Taya Nash. She gets her first of the match and another assist for Mari Wade. 11-17, Cardinals back down by 6 as the Pirates look to serve once again. Wade will send it into the net. The first service error of the match for the Pirates of West Side, and it's back to a 5-point match. Cardinals sticking close with West Side and the Pirates. West Side considered by many to be the favorite to get that second seed out of the District 5 as the serve comes across from Lewis. Dug forward to the net and down it goes. Nobody reacted quickly enough, and Lewis gets the ace. That's the 4th ace of the match for Soda Springs, or excuse me, the 2nd ace of the match for Soda Springs, and they get back within 4, 17-13. Serve comes across. Smart digs this out. Set over towards the middle of the court and tipped over the net. Dug into the net cords, and then the Cardinals aren't going to be able to scramble quickly enough, and coming up with the kill is Addie Cook after the assist came, I believe, from Wade once again. So 18-13 the score goes. Cardinals back down by 5, and Abby Povey will be back to serve. Sure serve deep to the back row. Played up into the air. It's going to be Belknap setting it to the middle of the court and freed across by Groning. Right there, though, is going to be Pulsifer. Over to Wade. Near side it comes and bounded out of bounds. goes the hit from Taya Nash as she picks up her second hitting error, and the Cardinals get back within 4, 18-14 on the hitting error on the near side by Nash. Cardinals slowly creeping their way back into this match. They need to. They've had it tied up several times, but so far Westside has controlled it more often as Franson sends one across. Dug out by Wade. Backside, she'll set this one there for Nash. Cardinals get a clean dig, and it's going to be tipped over the net by Groning. A scramble by the Pirates is going to end up having a free ball come over from Fredrickson. McKinley gets it to Groning. She'll set it up far side. Ledbetter goes back row and down. Off of the hands of Pulsifer. Haley Ledbetter gets her first kill, and Groning with her third assist. It's 18-15, Cardinals within 3. A slow crawl for the Cardinals back in. Franson runs up, sends a line drive across. Dug out by Povey. It's Wade setting it near side where Fredrickson hits it into the block, and down it goes. Sage Fredrickson gets the clean kill, and the Cardinals back down by 4, 19-15 to Westside. They've had it as close as 3 in the last several sets after tying it up at 7 apiece. Ball served across. Franson digs this one forward. Sims bumps it to the back row where McKinley comes up to hit it over. Povey's going to be the one responsible for setting it, and into the net it goes, and out goes the hit from Mari Wade. She gets the hitting error, and the Cardinals get the ball back 19-16 within 3. Out goes Sage McKinley. Back up to the front line goes Lexi Patterson. The junior, as I said, has been a big piece of this team, but she has not really had much to say in this match. Cardinals serve it across with Sims. No, into the net. She knew it as she hit it, and she picks up the second service error for Soda in the match. They have 2 service errors compared to the 1 for the West Side Pirates. Back to serve is Cook. She'll send this one deep to the back row, played by Ledbetter. Groning sets this to the middle of the court. Patterson dumps it, down it goes. Lexi Patterson gets the kill. Callie Groning with another assist, and the Cardinals back within 3, 20-17, continuing to trade points right now with Westside. It'll be Haley Ledbetter back to serve once again. She'll line one over to the far side, dug out cleanly by Cook. It's going to be played up to net by Wade, tipped over the net, and inside the line goes the tip of Sage Fredrickson for the kill. Wade gets another assist, and it's 21-17, back within a 4-point match as Westside gets the point. I want to remind you this first set brought to you by A&C Embroidery, in the business of making your business or team look good. Call them today at 208-604-1775. Back to serve Savannah Smart for Westside and the Pirates. The line drive comes across, dug out by Sims. It's Groning. Over to the far side, comes up Lewis into the block, and down goes the kill of Abby Povey for her third. And the Cardinals will take a timeout to talk things over with Coach Thompson. It's 22-17. Cardinals down by 5 in set number 1 to what is a very good Westside Pirates squad. But if you're the Cardinals, you got to be happy because you are hanging tough, you're sticking it strong, and you're not letting the Pirates just run away with it, although part of that has been the mistakes by the Pirates. They have 7 hitting errors compared to the 4 hitting errors by the Cardinals to this point, but they've been able to make up for their errors with a lot of their kills. Sage Fredrickson with 3, Lindsay Pulsifer with 3, Abby Povey with 3. Only 2 aces for them, but that means the 2 teams are tied up there. The blocking game, though, has also been on point so far when it comes to Westside and the Pirates. 3 blocks for Abby Povey, who is having a great night at the net at her middle blocker position. It's 22-17, though, here on the home of Soda Springs Volleyball, online at mylocalradio.com/Soda Springs. And you can check out live video streaming there, or you can listen online at you can listen over the airwaves at KBRV 800 The Bear. It'll be Savannah Smart back to serve once again as the senior back row specialist will look to walk forward and send one across. Line drive, far side, outside the lines. Savannah Smart picks up the second service error of the match for the West Side Pirates, and it's 22-18. Callie Groning will be back to serve now for the Cardinals, their 3rd time through their rotation. Hoping this can go on a long service run here as Callie, the senior, sends one deep back row, dug out by Cook. It's Wade setting it to the near side. Pulsifer comes up into the net. She hits it. Another hitting error for Pulsifer, her 3rd, and the Cardinals get back within 3 once again. They've been within 3 several times so far in the last couple of points, but here they're finally trying to get back over that hump and climb within 2. Groning to serve again. She'll send a line drive back row. Played forward where Wade is going to set this to the middle. Abby Povey comes up and drops a hammer. Abby Povey, you give her that long run up and don't send someone to the net for a block, and she is going to take advantage of you all night. 23-19. Back to serve is Lindsay Pulsifer. Line drive over, dug out, misplayed by Sims, and out of play it goes. Lindsay Pulsifer gets her first ace of the match, the third for Westside, and they are within a point of winning. It's set point 24-19. Cardinals down here in set number 1. Pulsifer back to serve once again. She'll take her 2 steps forward, lines one back row. Lewis, good dig over to Groning, who sets it up middle for Patterson, but the Pirates are right there. Up to the net goes Taya Nash, who swings hard, but swings it into the net cords herself. It's 24-20, and the Cardinals get back within 4. They need a run here. Sage McKinley, one of their better servers, comes into the match for Soda Springs. She'll look to try and get this match going and keep the Cardinals inside. 24-20 they trail. Serve goes deep. Savannah Smart with the dig. Wade bump sets this towards the net, and it's going to be freed over the net cords just barely by Povey. At the net, free of crawl over from Groning. Wade gets another chance to set it, and it's freed over by Povey into no man's land. Abby gets her 4th kill. Another assist for Mari Wade as she has 8 in the match, and the Cardinals lose the first set 20-25. We'll take a break, come back with more on KBRV 800 The Bear, and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com. Here's a look at your Lalaton's food specials for the week of September 24th through the 30th. It all starts off with 10-pound bags of russet potatoes, 99 cents each. Add a sirloin tip roast for $3.99 a pound, or a pork Boston roast for $1.49 a pound. Navel oranges are 99 cents a pound to grab at your pleasure, or get select varieties of General Mills box cereal, $1.99 each. That's a look at your Lalaton's food specials for the week of September 24th through the 30th.
This is the sound of salmonella gyrating on your undercooked chicken. And it looks like Mom might be taking it out a little early. Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. So use a thermometer to cook each type of meat to the right temperature. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov. Brought to you by the USDA, HHS, and the Ad Council.
It's so pretty here.
Katie's away at college,
There's the library.
but she can still be close to her mom back home. Travis is working on a big report. High-speed internet puts a world of information at his fingertips. Silver Star Communications provides connections that help students learn and keep families close, even when they're miles apart. Get your family in touch and informed with high-speed internet from Silver Star Communications. Call today or visit silverstar.com.
Welcome back out once again to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals, where it is 1-0 in favor of the Westside Lady Pirates after they took the first set 25-20 over Soda Springs and the Cardinals. The Cardinals will have to fight back, but again, they did not look terrible in that first match. Only 4 hitting errors total for the Cardinals, but they were not able to really run much offense. They were really at the mercy of the Westside Lady Pirates, who had 14 kills in that first set, 10 assists and 4 blocks as well. And that blocking game really one of the problems that the Cardinals are facing so far in this match, and hopefully for them, they will be able to bounce back and come up with a strong showing in set number 2. It will be Westside to open up with the serve in set number 2. As this first serve brought to you by Arctic Circle, where the good stuff is in Soda Springs. Check them out today. Savannah Smart will start off the service run for the Westside Pirates, as the senior was one of the big keys for them moving forward in that first set, but she did have a service error that kept the Cardinals alive in that first set and made it 24-20. Cardinals working on the right side of the court in front of us now. Pirates to the left and left to right will come the serve from Smart. As she sends this one over, popped up into the air by Ledbetter. Groning sets it back row where Franson's going to try and knock one down. It's dug up into the air. Cook sends it to the middle where Povey frees one across. Ledbetter, clean pass up to Groning. She sets this one near side as Lewis is going to bump one over where Cook gets it in the air again. Wade can't play it, and Lewis is going to come away with the kill. Kaylin Lewis on the near side gets her 3rd kill of the match. Callie Groning with her 5th assist, and it's 1-0 Cardinals with a good start to this one. Callie Groning will be back to serve as the senior will send a line drive over. Dug out by Smart. Wade is going to set this one to the far side. Pulsifer comes up into the block, and outside the line it goes. Another block from Belknap this time, and a free ball comes over to the Cardinals. Back-to-back blocks by Belknap as Groning sets this one up for Jessie, and she sends it long. the hitting error there, but Jessie Belknap had two strong blocks at the net on the far side of the court, and the Cardinals will see it evened up at 1-1, but made a statement there. Pulsifer sends it over again. Dugout back row to Groning. She sets this one up at the net, but a double hit's going to be called, and Callie picks up her first error of the match. And again, the Cardinals have played smart and played clean ball on their side of the offensive net. That's something that they're going to have to keep doing in order to get a win over this one. And it's going to be a point now over to Westside after that serve, after a rotation mistake. As I believe either Ledbetter or Lewis was out of position. So 3-1 after that mistake, and back to serve is going to be Pulsifer once again. Lines one over, dug out in the back row. Groning sets this one to the net, where it's going to be Patterson hitting it too far, as Lexi Patterson just couldn't keep it inside the lines, and it goes to 4-1. A big run here coming from Pulsifer with their serve. 3 straight points, trying to do it again. And again, the rotation goes on the Cardinals, as the mistake is called out for the second time. And now the Cardinals looking confused as they look over to Coach Thompson to figure out what is wrong. So 5-1, they trail after back-to-back mistakes by the rotation. And again, they're trying to figure out who it was. So again, it's between Ledbetter and Lewis. And it'll be back to serve for Pulsifer once again with a 4-point lead. 2 points that she has not had to even serve the ball across for. Ball dug out by Lewis. Groning going to set this one to the near side. Patterson tries to drop one down. Clean dig, though, where Wade bumps it up again for Abby, who drops one across to the Cardinal side. Sims right there for the dig. Lewis to the near side. Hits one just to the back row. There's going to be a good dig there, and a free ball comes across once again by Pulsifer. Bump set by Ledbetter over far side. Belknap off of the drive by Savannah Smart. Jessie Belknap drops a kill down along the far side, and Callie Groning gets another assist. The Cardinals end the run. It's 5-2. West Side still on top, but the Cardinals back with the serve as Sage McKinley checks in. Out to the bench goes Patterson, and Sage will send it across right to left. She'll serve this one short to the near side. Dug forward. It's going to be Wade setting it to the far side, where Abby Povey makes a rare mistake on her hit. Mistimed her run, and the ball was not set very well by Wade, the freshman setter, to the far side of the court. It's 5-3 on the mistake. Ball served over by McKinley. A short serve again. Good dig by Cook. Far side ball set up and tipped over to the net by Nash. Cardinals there. Belknap sets it to the near side, where Lewis punches one over the net, where it's Pulsifer to Wade. Into the middle. Abby sends it long, but right there is Ledbetter as it goes off her hands, out of bounds. Abby Povey makes up for the earlier mistake with the kill. She gets her 5th, and it's another assist for Mari Wade, who gets her first of this set. 6-3, Cardinals back down by 3 as Mari Wade will check into the back row. She takes a step forward, lines one just over the net, clungily dug out, and it's going to be Groning into the block, but reaching, they're going to call it on Groning. I thought they were going to call Abby Povey for reaching too far, but they call Groning for the hitting error. That's her second, and it's 7-3 now. West Side of the Pirates on top. She walks up, does Wade, sends one just off the net cords, clip the cords, and drop down as Mari Wade gets her first service ace of the match. That's the 4th of the match for the Pirates, and it's 8-3 now. Cardinals down by 5. Back to serve once again is going to be Wade. She takes a step forward, lines one over, dug out back row, misplayed in the back row by Katie Sims, and it's another ace back-to-back for Mari Wade. So 9-3 Cardinals. Down by 6, and it's going to be Wade to serve again. Line drive over, dug forward by Ledbetter. Groning sets this one to the near side. It's going to be Lewis trying to find the back row. Didn't come down on top of it, though, and sends it too far as Kaylin Lewis picks up her 4th hitting error of the match. It's 10-3, Cardinals down by 7. Back to serve again is Mari Wade. She walks up and sends this one across. Dug out back row by Sims. Groning cuts the ball, and it's going to be free to cross by Ledbetter. Great scramble by the Cardinals. Near side, Wade misplays it on the hitting error by Wade. The Cardinals will end the run on the freshman's mistake, and it's 10-4. Cardinals down by 6, and this is where you got to get strong if you're Soda Springs and go on a good run. It'll be Kaylin Lewis to serve. She'll send this one over and across. Dug out back row, played forward, and bumped up to Smart, who's going to line one across. Groning up ahead to Belknap. She'll set this one up near side. Sims off the block, dropped up, but Pulsifer's right there. Wade sets up to the middle, where Abby Povey again drops another hammer down. Abby Povey with her 6th kill of the match, and another substitution will come in for both teams, as into the match is Sage Fredrickson for the Westside Pirates, and into the match goes Taylor Myers for the Soda Springs Cardinals. Abby Povey moves to the back row to serve for Westside and the Pirates. At 11-4, she'll send a line drive across. Popped up by Ledbetter. Played by Belknap. She'll bump this one to the middle, and too strong goes the hit of Sims over the back line. Another mistake as the Cardinals starting to show a little bit of their weaknesses here in the inconsistent play. It's 12-4. Tripled up right now by the Pirates. Serve again by Povey. Is going to be tipped at the net. Blocked back to the Cardinals side. Fredrickson reached up and blocked the tip attempt of Jesse Belknap, and it's 13-14 now. Westside up by 9, dominating this second set as Abby Povey again serves across. Ledbetter to Belknap, who is going to be called for the double hit on the hitting error. Jesse gets her 2nd hitting error of the match, and a timeout at down by 10 is going to be called by head coach Thompson, of the Soda Springs Cardinals. The struggle of consistency again really biting the Cardinals in this match, as they have not been able to come up with any real consistency on their side of the match. Down by 10 though. They have to find it somehow if they want to keep this at 2 sets and keep themselves in it. They don't want this to go to 2-0 with Westside on top, as they're too good of a team to give any type of advantage like that. Again, I want to remind you, too, if you're listening into this match on 800 KBRV The Bear, you could be watching this match as well if you just go on your computer and tune into mylocalradio.com/Soda Springs, where you can watch every single Soda Springs Cardinals match. Or if you're looking for a link to our page, then go ahead and go to Facebook, like us at mylocalradio.com or mylocalradio Soda Springs. Just search that, and it'll come up with our Facebook page where we post a link to every live stream before the match. Back to serve is Abby Povey. She's going to send to the cross again, 14-4. Ball dug out by Ledbetter. Belknap sets it up at the net. Sims off the block is going to be dug out by Wade. Povey sets up back row attempt now by Pulsifer. She sends it outside the line on the far side as Lindsay Pulsifer gets her 4th hitting error of the match, and it's 14-5. Jesse Belknap checks out. Katie Franson checks back in. And Franson will be in charge of sending this one over to the Cardinals, or to the Pirates, I should say. Line drive into the net. Katie Franson comes up with her 2nd service error of the match. That's the 3rd of the match for Soda, and it's 15-5. A short-lived offensive set there. That's not what they needed. Taya Nash to serve. Lines one across back row. Franson digs it to Groning. She'll bump it into the air where Sims is going to try and find the far side corner. Can't do it, though, as it lands a foot outside the line. And Katie Sims comes up with another hitting error. And again, that's where the Cardinals have struggled. They only have 2 kills in this set, 8 kills overall, and it's 16-5, them down by 11. Back to serve again is going to be Taya Nash. Nash takes 2 steps, hits one high and arcing over. Dug out back row by McKinley. Groning sets this one to the middle, where it's going to be Sims trying to bump one down. Povey goes over to Wade. Wade far side. Pulsifer blocked at the net by Katie Sims. Sims gets her 2nd block of the match, and the Cardinals get the point. It's 16 to 6. Back into the game goes Lexi Patterson. Into the back row to serve is going to be Katie Sims. Sims will send a line drive just over the net, dug out back row by the libero, Grace Montez. It's going to be punched over the net by Fredrickson, dug out back row by Myers. Near side, Groning sets up Patterson, popped up in the back row by Povey. Bumped up towards the Cardinals side, and is going to be kept alive, and Montez is somehow going to free to cross, but they'll call 4 hits on Westside and the Pirates, and the Cardinals get the point, and that's what scrambling around can do. But the coach of the Pirates and Jerry O'Brien is calling that it was only 3 hits, and the up official and down official talking things over on the far side as she's talking things and explaining her math on the 4 hits. We'll find out what their final assessment is going to be for this one. And right now, signals showing that it should stay at 4 hits, so the Cardinals should get the point, but Jerry O'Brien still up off of the bench, and they are going to do a replay. And now it is Coach Thompson asking a question, as she wants to have things explained to her. She was thinking something was outside the lines, and she will take a seat as it goes back to 16-6. And the Cardinals trail once again by 10. So Sims will have to serve it one more time. and she'll send a line drive over. Dug out by Montez, far side. Povey bumps this one up into the air. Fredrickson again frees across to the Cardinals. Played forward, Groning. It's a bump set to the back row where it's Myers dropping it down. Dank find the cardwood and it's hit under the net, so Taylor Myers ends up getting the kill on that one, and Groning gets another assist. That's her third. 16-7, Cardinals down by 9, and Katie Sims hoping this starts a run. So the freshman will send one just into the net cords, and that's her second service error of the match. And to go with her one ace, she goes to 2 service errors, and it's 17-7. Back to serve again now is Cook. She'll send it over for the Pirates. Dug out back row by Myers. Groning sets it to the backside where it's going to be Ledbetter hitting it too far over to the near side. Haley gets her first hitting error of the match, and it's 18-7, back to that 11-point lead for the Pirates. Cook to serve again. Left to right, dug out in the back row by Myers. Groning sets it to Patterson, who hits it off the block, but right there's Montez to keep it alive. Waits, hits to the far side. Over the block, and down goes the hit from Pulsifer. Lindsay gets her fourth kill to go with her 4 hitting errors, and another assist goes to Mari Wade. The freshman is doing a phenomenal job. 19-7. Back to serve is Cook once again. From the middle of the court this time, sends a line drive just off the net cords, rolls over, and drops down for an ace for Addie Cook. That's her second and the 6th of the match now for Westside and the Pirates. 20-7, they lead. Addie Cook to serve again. Lines one over. Dug out back row by Yamauchi. It's going to be Groning setting it over to Belknap, who's blocked at the net. Down it goes, and Fredrickson comes up with the block this time. That's her second. 21-7. The Cardinals again being tripled up by the Westside Lady Pirates. And it's all on the serve of Addie Cook at this point in time. Addie will serve again. Hence one across. It's going to be dug out by Reagan Yamauchi. Groning sets this to the near side middle. It's going to be Patterson into the net and blocked down again by Fredrickson. She's got back-to-back blocks and 3 on the night to put her in a tie for the Pirate lead. Cook to serve again, 22-7, 15-point advantage. Yamauchi, a clean dig up. It's going to be Groning, setting it to the near side, and another block by Fredrickson on the Patterson kill attempt, and it's 23-7 now. Fredrickson gets her 4th and 3 straight blocks at the net for the junior. Serve across by Cook, 23-7, Cardinals trail. Groning sets it to the back row. Punched over the net by Ledbetter, who sends it too long. Haley with another hitting error, and the Cardinals go down by 17 points on the scoreboard. Set point, I should say, as Cook serves one high and across. Yamauchi, another good dig. Groning sets it to the middle. Patterson sends one into the net for the hitting error, and that will wrap up set number 2, 25-7. The Cardinals looked very slow and very lethargic and out of sorts in that set. We'll see if they can come back and bounce back in set number 3. We'll be back with more on KBRV 800 The Bears coverage of Soda Springs Cardinals volleyball online at mylocalradio.com.
There's an organization in southeast Idaho whose wildlife conservation efforts have been commended by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Idaho Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and the North American Moose Foundation. Who is this organization? It's Monsanto. While Monsanto is honored by the recognition they receive, their ongoing dedication to the environment is its own reward for all of us. Monsanto. Imagine.
I'm Paul George of the Indiana Pacers. When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke. So I want you to learn to spot a stroke fast. F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. I'm Paul George. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
There has never been a better time to convert to natural gas. Even in the summer months, natural gas is worth asking for. Rage Plumbing and Heating in Soda Springs will replace your furnace that caused you problems this winter with a new natural gas furnace, or even install a natural gas water heater to keep your water hot. Plus, Reed's can add a water softener to your home. And if you want to cool things down, Reed's Plumbing and Heating will install an energy-efficient Lennox air conditioner. All at Reed's Plumbing and Heating, 180 South 3rd Street, Soda Springs.
Welcome back out to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals. Kayla Berggraf here on KBRV 800 The Bear. as the Cardinals drop set number 2, 25-7 after dropping the first set 25-20. It's all been mostly due to their own fault in that one, though, as they had a plethora of hitting errors start to stack themselves up, including 3 service errors as well as, I believe, around 10 hitting errors in just that set alone, as they have marched their way up to 15 hitting errors in this match to this point in time, so 11 hitting errors in that second set. Only 3 kills came from Westside. They also had 4 blocks from Sage Frederickson, which helped themselves out a lot, and they will be back to serve. The Cardinals will be opening up with the serve here in set number 3, trying to get a little bit of momentum onto their side. It'll be Callie Groning out there, and this first serve of the set brought to you by Arctic Circle, where the good stuff is in Soda Springs. Give them a shout and check them out today. This third set also brought to you by London Drug and Grace, locally owned, locally operated, locally loved through your local Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Back to serve Callie Groning as she will send this one over and deep. Dugout back row up to the net. It's going to be set to the middle where Povey drops another hammer down. That time with the assist is going to be Allie Jensen, who's fresh into the game. And Povey picks up where she left off, coming up with the big kill there. Serve comes across, Groning sets it to Ledbetter. Patterson, who hits it long down the middle. Lexi gets her 3rd hitting error of the match, and the Cardinals go down by 2-0 early on. Back to serve this one is going to be Pulsifer. Dugout back row by Ledbetter. Groning bump sets it to the back row hit from Sims. She hits it long, and the Cardinals, their offense is running smoothly, but they're having trouble keeping it inside the lines right now, and it goes to 3-0 in favor of the Pirates. Back to serve again is Pulsifer. Misplayed in the back row by Caitlin Lewis, and Pulsifer gets her 2nd ace of the match, the 7th ace for Westside and the Pirates. It's 4-0. 3 straight points served off by Pulsifer for this lead. She'll take a step forward. Lines one across. Dug out cleanly. Great job by Sims for that. And Patterson's going to punch one over, but it's dug out there by the Pirates. Near side. Ball tipped over and across the net by Nash. Groning gets it to Belknap. She sets it far side where Lewis spins one down. Dug out by Pulsifer. Set up once again near side by Jensen. Down it goes by Nash. She gets the kill. Taya Nash gets her 2nd kill of the match, first of this set. And another assist goes to the sophomore Allie Jensen, as it looks like they're going to be resting Mari Wade on the bench for the rest of this set. Ball served across at 5-0, and another ace goes to Pulsifer. Lindsay makes it a 3-ace match, and timeout is going to be called by the Soda Springs Cardinals, as wanting to talk things over is Coach Shawnee Thompson, as she is not happy and she can't be happy with the way her team has come out and played in this third set, needing this set to extend this match as they're down 2-0. A complete struggle for Soda Springs here. And the Cardinals are looking to try and find a way to bounce back in this one and get their offense back running a bit more fluidly and cleanly on their side of the ball. 6-0, they trail. I do want to remind you that we'll be back on air tomorrow night right here from Soda Springs High School, where the volleyball team will be taking on Bear Lake. You can listen to that match with pregame set for 7 o'clock and first serve set for about 7:15 between the Cardinals and the Bears. And that could be another winnable match for Soda Springs, although the Bears were able to take the Grace Grizzlies, which are a team that beat this Westside squad. They took the Grace Grizzlies to 5 sets. So a good match coming up tomorrow night. Be sure to listen in for that one on KBRV 800 The Bear or online at My Local Radio. The ball served across by Pulsifer again. Misplayed in the back row. Up it goes, and a free ball comes over from Lewis, so the Cardinals keep alive. Far side, Jensen gets this one to the near side. Bounding it down is Cook, and Addie Cook gets the kill on the 3rd assist for Allie Jensen. 7-0. A big run here to start things out by Westside. 6 straight points for Pulsifer to match her number. Lindsay Pulsifer again serves it over. Lewis, good clean dig. It's Groning who bump sets it back row. Lewis is going to free this one over inside the lines. Cook over to Povey. Near side it goes, and a ball punched over the net. Hit swatted again by Lexi to keep it alive for the Cardinals, and back over to the Pirates it goes. Tipped just across the net courts, and into the net goes Jessie Belknap, and that's going to cost the Cardinals another point. They're down 8-0. The tip over the net was coming from Taya Nash, but it goes for naught. 8-0. Ball served across again. Lewis pops it up back row. Bumped up by Ledbetter. Patterson. Near side, Nash tries to hit it down, blocked at the net by Patterson. Another attempt from Smart goes free to cross. Up onto the basketball court, or hoop up at the top of the gym, and then Patterson misplays her hit over the net courts. That's her 4th hitting error of the match. She does have a block in that set, but it's 9-0 now. Pulsifer continues to serve for Westside and the Pirates. Out of the match is going to go Katie Sims. In is going to go Taylor Myers as a substitution goes in for Soda Springs. Trying not to get swept by Westside. To serve, Pulsifer lines one across. Dug out by Myers. Groning sets this one, and it's going to be a double hit on Callie Groning as she picks up her 3rd hitting error of the match, and those are starting to really stack up for the Cardinals. 9 straight points on this run come in from Lindsay Pulsifer. Pulsifer, the junior, starting to try and lead her team as this one lined across again. Left to right it goes, back over to the Pirates side, and outside the lines goes the kill attempt from Taya Nash. The Cardinals catch a break and get their first points of the match, or this set I should say, and it's 10-1. They trail. Back to serve is going to be Sage McKinley, as she'll try and lead Soda Springs back into it. Cardinals gave up 9 straight service points, and McKinley's going to try and return that favor right back to West Side, or at least make a dent. Sage sends one high and short. It's going to be dug back to the Cardinals side, bumped up back over to the Pirates side, and then freed over and across by Ledbetter. Dug forward. It's going to be Jensen setting this one to the net, where it's going to be a 4-hit violation as Jensen got in the way of Abby Povey on a run up to the net, and the Cardinals get the point 10-2 on the mistakes made by Westside and the Pirates. Back to serve again is Sage McKinley. Short serve drops down in front of Savannah Smart. It was late to react. Sage gets her first ace of the match, and it's 10-3. Cardinals back within 7. Sage to serve once again. She'll line one over. The seniors dug out in the back row by Pulsifer. Near side is going to be set. Jensen drops one down to the near side, but it's going to be McKinley setting it to Groning, who frees one across. Smart passes up ahead to Jensen. To the near side, Povey off the block. Tip forward, Ledbetter catches that one. Groning sets it far side where Lewis is going to try and swing one down. Played far side by Cook. Jensen again near side is going to get it down to Nash. Ledbetter digs it out back row. Groning sets it to the far side again. Lewis spins one over. It's going to be punched up and jousted for at the net, and it's going to be Belknap who gets the kill. Jesse Belknap at the net went up for the joust and won that one over against Taya Nash at the net. 10-4, Cardinals get within 6 now, climbing their way back in. McKinley, short serve once again. Smart gets it to Jensen at the net. Povey blocked at the net by Belknap. Jesse gets her 3rd block, and Povey's denied. 10-5, the Cardinals winning 4 straight points, starting to try and fight their way back into this set. Down 2-0, they need it badly. Sage McKinley to serve. She'll take a step forward, sends one short. Smart gets it to Jensen. Near side, it's going to be Nash at the net again, blocked, but no, they're going to say 4 hits as that one into the net courts, and the Cardinals with 5 straight points on the serve of McKinley. This is the best they've looked all night to this point in time, consistently making the mistakes happen on the west side of the ball, and it's going to be another ace coming this time to Sage McKinley as the ball squirted around several Pirates before dropping out of bounds, and the Cardinals get within 3, 10-7. Back to serve McKinley again. Lines one deeper this time, played forward. Jensen sets it towards the net. Povey comes up, punches one down at McKinley, and it drops off her hands and out of play as Abby Povey gets her 8th kill of the match. Jensen her 4th assist, and it's 11-7. Cardinals down by 4, but that run made it a brand new volleyball match here. Back to serve is going to be Jensen. She'll line one into the net cords, and down it goes as Allie Jensen gets her first service error of the match. And it's 11-8, Cardinals back within 3. Kaylin Lewis back to serve. She will run this one up, lines one into the net cords herself, so she returns the favor and gets her first hitting error of the match. It's 12-8. Abby Povey will be back to serve, the big middle, getting her first chance to serve in this 3rd set. Takes 2 steps, and the big girl sends one across. Ledbetter, clean pass up to Belknap, who tips one over the net. They're going to call a lift on west side, and the kill goes over to Jessie Belknap. She gets her 3rd kill of the match. A smart play by Jessie to just dump that one over. 9-12, Cardinals back within 3. It'll be Katie Franson to serve. She'll send a line drive back row, dug out by Povey. It's going to be Jensen. Near side, it goes to Fredrickson. Off the block, down it goes, and Fredrickson, who has not been heard of since that first set, gets her kill. 5 assists now for Allie Jensen, and it's 9-13. Cardinals back down by 4. Back to serve is going to be Taya Nash, as the senior will send one high and over. Dug up, Groning bumps this one for Sims, who spins one back row. Povey right there, gets it high in the air. Jensen back sets this one, punched across by Cook. Cardinals are right there though, and Groning gets a chance to set this one up for Ledbetter, sends it long to the near side. Haley Ledbetter just having some trouble going across the court and ends up costing the Cardinals a point there, 14-9 on the third hitting error by Haley Ledbetter. Nash to serve again. She'll send it well long off the back row as Taya Nash comes up with her first service error of the match, and it's 14-10. Cardinals back within 4. Checking into the match, Lexi Patterson. Out goes Sage McKinley, and back to serve is going to be Katie Sims. Katie lines one just over the net, dug up towards the net. Jensen tips this one over. They're going to say she's into the net, though. Her foot crosses the line, and the Cardinals get the point. It's 14-11. Katie Sims will continue her serve here. And she waits for the official's whistle. Down by 3. The freshman sends one on a line over the court and out of play. Katie Sims with her third service error, and the Cardinals will go down by 4 once again, 15-11. They fought themselves back in from down 10 to start this set. They were down 10-0. They're within 4, but the job's not quite done yet. Back to serve is going to be Addie Cook. She's got 2 aces to her credit, sends it across, won't get one here. Maybe she will. It's going to be dug out, and she will end up getting the ace, as it was misplayed by Haley Ledbetter in the back row, and Addie Cook gets her third ace. She's had 1 in every set. 16-11, back to a 5-point advantage. Ball served up and over, dug out back row by Myers. Groning bumps this one forward, and is freed across by Franson. Cook up ahead to Jensen. She'll set this to the middle of the court, near side. Pulsifer, I should say, comes up. Lindsay Pulsifer gets her 5th kill of the match. 6 assists now for Allie Jensen in this set, and it's 17-11, a 6-point advantage for Westside and the Pirates. Jensen will be up at the front. Is back to serve again is going to be Cook. Ball bumped over. Ledbetter sets this one up for Myers, who sends it into the net. Taylor Myers gets her first hitting error of the set, and it's 18-11 now. The Cardinals continuing to struggle on their side of the offense. Back to service, Cook once again. She'll line this one over and deep. Dug out by Myers. Groning tips it up and forward. Punched across by Patterson. Played forward. Jensen sets it for Fredrickson. Into the block and down on the Cardinals side as Sage Fredrickson gets her 5th kill. 7 assists now for Allie Jensen. It's 19-11. The Pirates starting to close out this set. Back to serve again will be Cook. Addie lines one over. Dug out by Lewis. Groning bump sets this to the near side where Franson sends it over. Played up by Povey. Over to the near side. Jensen will set this one for Pulsifer, who sends it long off the back line, and the Cardinals get the point. Lindsay Pulsifer, when she winds up, she really tries to hit that ball, and if she just toned down a little bit, she'd find a little bit more of them dropping inside the lines, but she has an aggressive play style, which some coaches like. Ball served over once again. It's going to be punched over. Ledbetter digs this one across. Groning, far side to Kaylin Lewis, I should say, punches it down. Kaylin Lewis gets her 4th kill. Callie Groning gets her first assist of the third set, and it's 19-13. Cardinals fighting to stay alive. Down by 6, 6 points to go. Ledbetter to serve. Lines one over. Back row, too far it goes, and Haley Ledbetter gets her first service error of the match, and the Cardinals pick up their 7th service error in these 3 sets. Back to serve is going to be, I believe, Savannah Smart for Westside. They lead 20-13. 5 points away from going 2-0 in district play. Savannah takes her steps forward, lines one across. Dug out by Franson. Played to the near side. Ledbetter sets it up for Sims, who punches one across and short. Dug up into the air, though, by Nash. Povey sets this one up near side for Pulsifer. Sends it just a hair long off the back row. Lindsay Pulsifer couldn't quite find the back line, and the far line judge calls it out. 20-14, Cardinals back within 6. Callie Groning will be into the match to serve as she sends into the back row. Jessie Belknap into the match as well as Katie Franson takes a seat. Groning serve. Straight to the back row. Cook sets this one up for Jensen. Jensen to Pulsifer, I should say. And Pulsifer again sends that one just long. And they're going to call a tip, I believe. And Westside gets the point. Lindsay Pulsifer gets her 6th kill, I should say, of the match. 8 assists for Allie Jensen in the set, and it's 21-14, back to a 7-point lead. Back to serve is Lindsay. She'll line one over and deep. Lewis to Groning. Sets this one up to the far side. Belknap drops one down, and it's going to be misplayed by Savannah Smart, and Jessie Belknap gets her 4th kill of the match. Groning gets another assist. She's got 9 in the match, and her substitutions will check in as Sage McKinley will get into serve. Also checking back in is Katie Sims to the front row, as Taylor Myers will take a seat on the bench. 21-15, Cards down by 6. Serve comes over from McKinley, short and high. Dug up, played to Jensen, near side is Nash trying to punch one down. Off the ceiling goes the dig attempt in the back row, but either way it ends up dropping on the ground, and Taya Nash gets her 3rd kill. Another assist by Jensen, and it's 22-15. Into the match for Westside is the libero Grace Montez, as back to serve will be Jensen. She'll line one short and dug back up towards the net. Groning sets this one up for Belknap, who spins one across. Popped up by Pulsifer. Back set to Jensen is going to be a double hit as Allie Jensen gets her first hitting error of the match. It's 22-16. The Cardinals staying within 6 points of Westside and the Pirates. Back to serve is Lewis once again. She'll run up. Lines one up and deep off the back line. Kaylin Lewis couldn't quite find it, and that's her 2nd service error of the match. The Cardinals pick up their 8th. It's 23-16. 2 points away from closing this one out are Westside and the Lady Pirates. Back to serve is going to be Povey. Walks up, lines one over. Popped up back row by Groning. Set over to the far side. Ledbetter tries to drop one across, but is plumped up into the air. Near side, Jensen sets this one up, and it's going to be put down by Nash, but dug up by Lewis. Groning sets far side for the Cardinals to Ledbetter. She'll hit this one back row. Played forward again, though. Jensen gets it up ahead. Tipped over by Fredrickson. Belknap to her knees to save it. McKinley gets it over to Ledbetter. Tipped and out of play. Ledbetter gets the kill, her 2nd of the match, and the Cardinals are going to keep themselves alive 23-17. And McKinley gets her 1st assist of the match. Into the match goes Katie Franson. Belknap will check out as Franson will be into the back row to serve. Katie so far has 2 service errors, no aces to her record, and has only been playing defense in the back row. Waiting for the up judge to blow her whistle. She does. Serve comes across, line drive, dug out back row. Played up into the air by Jensen. Near side Fredrickson drops one, but right there's McKinley. Groning sets it up into the middle. Sims is going to pop this one off the block, and down it goes. Katie Sims ends up getting her 2nd kill. Another assist to Groning. She's got 10, and it's 23-18. Cardinals back within 5. Franson serve. Dug out by Povey in the back row. Jensen sets it near side. Fredrickson drops one down and through. Sage Fredrickson gets her 6th kill of the match. 10 assists now for Allie Jensen, and make it set and match point. Cardinals down 24-18. Back to serve is going to be Taya Nash. Taya takes a step forward, lines one over. Dug out by Franson. Played to Groning. She'll set this for Sims, who frees one across. Popped up by Povey. Jensen near side to Pulsifer, gets one across to the Cardinals. Dug forward to Groning. She passes across where Ledbetter drops one across and down. Played up into the air by Nash. Near side, Pulsifer gets another chance. Right over to Lewis, though. Bumped up by Groning. Ledbetter has a chance from her far side position. Popped up into the air by Povey. Far side it goes, and this time into the block goes the attempt from Cook. Cardinals keep it alive, though. Sims frees one back row, and a lift could have been called there, but it doesn't. Fredrickson punches one over. Cardinals scramble to keep it alive, and Ledbetter is going to free this one across high and deep. Played forward. It's Nash to, Fredrickson, who drops one down, and finally, after a long rally, the Cardinals are dropped by Sage Fredrickson's 7th kill, and the Cardinals go down 25-18 in set number 3. That wraps things up here for the match against Westside. We'll take a break, come back with final stats and our wrap-up here on KBRV 800 The Bear with live video streaming online at mylocalradio.com.
They need your help. They're overstocked with Lazy Boy and Catnapper recliners, sofas, and love seats. They'll wheel and deal right now at Sanders Furniture, Flooring, and Appliance. If you will help them make room in their showroom, they'll help you keep money in your bank account while you're enjoying high-quality, comfortable Lazy Boy and Catnapper recliners, sofas, and love seats. They need your help, and you need to save money. Wheel and deal right now at Sanders Furniture, Flooring, and Appliances on Main Street in Soda Springs.
MyLocalRadio.com
is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Cattlemen have a code of ethics. Live each day with courage. Take pride in your work. Always finish what you start. Do what has to be done. Be tough but fair. When you make a promise, keep it. Ride for the brand. Talk less and say more. Remember that some things aren't for sale, and know where to draw the line. The folks at Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho are proud of the students at Grace High School, investing in the leaders of tomorrow. The Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
Here's a look at your Lalaton's food specials for the week of September 24th through the 30th. It all starts off with 10-pound bags of russet potatoes, 99 cents each. Add a sirloin tip roast for $3.99 a pound, or a pork Boston roast for $1.49 a pound. Navel oranges are 99 cents a pound to grab at your pleasure, or get select varieties of General Mills box cereal, $1.99 each. That's a look at your Lalaton's food specials for the week of September 24th through the 30th.
Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, and father of 5. I'm also an expert on drama. There's the good kind that comes with having a house full of kids, and there's silly drama like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org.
And leave the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ed Council.
There's an organization in southeast Idaho whose wildlife conservation efforts have been commended by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Idaho Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and the North American Moose Foundation. Who is this organization? It's Monsanto. While Monsanto is honored by the recognition they receive, their ongoing dedication to the environment is its own reward for all of us. Monsanto. Imagine.
Welcome back out once again to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals. Final score on this one, 3-0 Westside, and the Lady Pirates come away with the win 25-20, 25-7, and 25-18. Our final stat wrap-up on this one, Callie Groning with 10 assists in the match led the Cardinals there. They had 13 total assists in the match. Kaylin Lewis and Jessie Belknap led the team as far as their kills went. Jessie Belknap had 4, as well as Lewis. 2 kills for Haley Ledbetter and 2 for Katie Sims in the match as well. Aces-wise, only 4 aces for the Cardinals in the match, 2 of those to Sage McKinley. Blocking was on point for the Cardinals, especially Jessie Belknap, who made huge strides with her timing. 3 blocks for 6 total blocks for the Cardinals, but they were outdone by the Pirates of Westside in the entire match. Abby Povey with 8 kills ended up leading her team, only 1 hitting error as well, so a very strong night for her. Lindsay Pulsifer had 6 kills for her squad and 6 hitting errors, so an off and on night. 7 kills for Sage Fredrickson, and then 1 kill for Mari Wade, 3 kills each for Addie Cook and Taya Nash. As far as the assist game goes, Mari Wade got the bulk of the assists in the match with 11 in the first 2 sets. Allie Jensen then came in. The sophomore did very, very well in set number 3 with 11 set assists there, 24 total assists to 28 kills for the Pirates of Westside. 9 aces, 3 aces for Addie Cook and Lindsay Pulsifer each, 2 aces for Mari Wade, and then a single one for Taya Nash. And then at the net, Sage Fredrickson, to go along with her 7 kills, ended up with 4 blocks, 3 blocks to Abby Povey and 1 for Addie Cook, as it was 8 total blocks in the match, none in that final set, though, as the Cardinals started to find ways to keep the ball off of the net cords. That's a wrap-up on this one. We'll be back again tomorrow night, as we will have the Cardinals taking on Bear Lake and the Bears, as that one takes place at 7 o'clock with our pregame, and on the air at 7:15 with the scheduled start time for the match. As far as this, thanks for listening into the Cardinals postgame show. The proceeding has been a sports production and sports broadcast of Old West Media Incorporated and Cook Brothers Broadcasting. No portion of this production can be used or rebroadcast without express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Tonight's executive producer is Val Cook. I'd also like to thank our sales team, as well as our office manager, Kim Miller, and general manager, Warren Cook. Thanks to all of our sponsors and to you for tuning in. Once again, the the final score tonight, 3-0. The Westside Pirates take down the Soda Springs Cardinals. For tonight's videographer, Zippy Thompson, I'm Caleb Bergeraff saying tune in next time for more Soda Springs volleyball on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Thank you for joining us for tonight's matches. Be sure to visit mylocalradio.com for a full schedule of games you can watch and listen to this year. And keep your radio tuned to KBRV 800 The Bear so you can keep up with every play from Soda Springs, Grace, and North Gym athletics.